me or what.
The only time I venture to the rear of this office is if I need to use the back bathrooms. Actually, sometimes the printer's broken up here too. I'll use the back printer. Actually, sometimes I'll go talk to IT. Actually, I'm back there all the time.
I mean, it's far away. It's far away.
Yeah, it's nice to do a little journey back there to go to the back.
I barely ever check the front bathrooms in the morning anymore because there is always just two dudes taking dumps, and so I always have to go to the back.
Okay, that's a little more colorful than probably you're looking for. But
I saw that poster.
You want to name names while we're here? I just see shoes. I don't know. There's a guy with brown shoes usually.
Oh, man. You don't ever scout out the shoe people? I feel like sometimes I'll see shoes and I'm like, oh, I know that lady.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got to figure out
done
who's
that.
pooping.
Yeah.
I know someone who only wears a certain kind of New Balances, and homeboy likes to poop a lot.
That's good. This guy is
Dude,
working through
honestly,
the system.
I'm fine with someone who's in there pooping, but I feel
No,
like
but
sometimes
this
in the
guy's,
ladies'
like,
room,
playing.
they will like loiter
Yeah.
and like stand in front of the mirror, and I'm like, lady, I gotta do my business.
Totally.
Why do you want to be party to this?
After a certain amount of time, you're
Yes.
you're loitering.
Abby, I don't mean to get too personal here, but how many stalls are in the ladies' room?
It depends on which one. So in the one at the
I was
front,
like, is this a revolving door?
in the one in the front of the building, there's probably maybe like 6, like 5 plus a handicap stall, and then
That's
the one in
3
the
times
back.
that we have.
Wait, which is the front of the building? By Eugene's desk?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the one in the back, that's definitely the bigger one. And then the one in the back
17
has probably 5. And one, it's really fun because one, it's like 4 against the wall and then one across the way kind of at the back of the sinks. So it has like 2 walls versus 2 stalls. And there's always a Febreze can in there. It's clearly the pooping stall, which I really get a big old kick
That's
out
fun.
of.
Why are you guys so amazed? There's no urinals in there. Of course there's
I know.
I
we-
know.
Well,
I
no,
know.
well,
We're
I'm amazed
idiots.
because the rear bathrooms in this building are bigger for the men's room.
Oh, really?
Well, so what's funny is, and I'm actually going to go ahead and take credit for this. When this office, before you guys came here, this office was completely renovated.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember. That's when I met you.
And the big thing was like, this office is taking on at least 100 more people. We're
Thousands.
netting 100 people. No, not thousands. And, like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot more traffic. And I think, oh, wait a minute, it's going to be harder to make a duty here.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We should have bathrooms.
So,
They're not going to want to poop in the can.
So at the time, I don't think he's the CEO now. I said to him,
What?
This is going.
What? Jeff Bacalaw?
No,
what do you want to tell me?
this to him
Not CEO, but someday I'll be CEO of this company.
I said to him
Me,
at
let's
like a
move on.
Are
happy
we
hour
owned by
kind of
Colonel
thing.
Sanders?
Yeah, what is this? I said to him, I go,
Yes.
there will be a dearth of shitters once all these people
Did you
come
phrase
in.
it that way?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I was trying to be funny. And he
Bathrooms.
laughed.
Yeah.
And then like 3 weeks later, he's like, I'm not joking. In the hallways, he goes, "You getting your extra shitters?"
Wait, so
And I said to him, I go, "Wait, is this because I said something to you?" And he's like, "Yes and no." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, we kind of like overlooked that, and yeah, you're right. We definitely need more
Oh my
bathrooms.
God.
where did they put them? In the back or the front?
Yeah, so like the bathroom in the back had only 2.
So wait, how many
And now
did the
there's, like,
men's
5.
room have?
So the one up in the front.
There's
This is
only
great
2.
for everybody listening. The one
This is
A lot of
quality.
good
the ones
insider
quality
CBS
shit.
bathroom
The
talk.
ones up in the front of the building by the elevators
2.
have 2 stalls, 2 3
urinals,
urinals.
2
One is a lower urinal.
Yeah,
Um,
which is
What's
my
the
favorite.
difference?
It's for your little baby.
The
for little
urinals-
babies.
For the kids.
Well,
Yeah.
or it's like half the height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're shorter,
That's a common thing.
or a kid.
yeah, very common. It just doesn't. It's not doesn't go to the floor of the urinal.
Do y'all have like the little half walls by your urinals, or is it like
this
no,
one?
not
free
that.
free
Yes,
ball
Yes,
in
they
it?
do.
No,
There's
they
The
don't.
steel things.
They're
Yeah,
just
they have the metal
steel
things that go
things.
between the urinals.
They're
Yeah.
not like built into the wall. They're the things that like steel things that the horse blinders.
They're
in
little
the one by
flaps.
the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Little flaps.
yeah.
This
Okay,
is in
okay.
Shea Stadium.
I have a question. So when you're at the urinal and you
Yeah.
see a friend, or like you go into the bathroom with a friend,
This
do y'all
happens all the
talk
time.
while you're at the urinal?
Yes.
No.
Well, no.
Sometimes.
No.
If
Can
there's
you
only
see
2
each
people in
other's
there-
goods?
Yeah.
So
No.
Yes?
look, here's what
No.
it is, Abby.
It's a pat on the
depends
back.
on your friendship with the person. I'm
Okay,
serious.
okay.
That's what it is, at
Okay.
least in my experience. With these guys, with these idiots, present company included, yes, sometimes we'll talk.
3 minutes ago, Jeff and I talked.
Yeah, we were talking.
You know what
Yeah.
was weird about that was I could hear you from my stall, and that's why I was
It's
like,
not
"Do
that
they
weird.
talk?"
Oh yeah, we were.
Oh wait, really?
If it's
Yeah,
Mark,
I
if it's my
couldn't
producer,
hear the what
You
you're
heard-
saying. I just heard Jeff or not Jeff, Dan being like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah."
Yeah, you do sound like a Muppet.
I think it also
are you people?
I think
what
it also
are you doing?
I think it also depends if you see shoes in the stall. If you see shoes in the stall, I'm not going to.
If you know you're alone,
if you talk through a stall, you're a fucking monster.
Or if there's someone in the urinal between you, you're not going to do it.
No, because then you're like, our voice has to pass through this person.
Yeah.
So wait, okay, I have another question. So in those bathrooms that are like a trough, do you see each other's goods? But just in general.
I mean, you could.
I mean, you could definitely look if you
have to go way out of your way.
It's so weird that
you try.
It's so weird to do it in the open.
I think stalls shouldn't have doors.
No one looks. Look, eyes down, silent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a place for silent reflection.
I agree.
There's no reflection.
And the only reflection should be your own dingus.
Talking to you.
Okay. So when you pull out the dingus, do you also pull out the balls?
No, we've had this
We talked about
conversation.
zippers and pants.
And it's never the balls.
Alex,
But that'd be so funny to me to pull everything out.
Yes,
anyway,
it's
go
all
on.
unnecessary.
Or like to pull your pants down at the ankles.
No, it's all
Wait a
unnecessary.
minute, Alex. Did everyone hear what Alex said?
I'm sorry, what did he say?
I only pull out the balls.
I just wanted,
down your leg.
I wanted that to get a little bit of breathing room there.
It's like a water slide. It just goes right down the ball sack. There you go. I wanted to make sure that we had to delete this entire conversation before we moved on.
Just completely nuke the whole
Oh,
thing.
that was fun for me.
that's,
This is like honestly been like 20 minutes of this.
I'm just. It's so in the rear bathrooms we have.
We're still going.
We have 4 stalls. 1 handicap stall and then 3. I think.
Do you not have a handicap
3?
stall in the front bathroom?
3
Yeah, we have a bigger one.
There is. Yeah, it's one bigger one and then the other one. And there's 3 stalls in the rear bathroom or 2. I can't remember.
I think there's 4.
I think there are 4 and then 2 urinals. Right.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Not a bad spread. It's all right back
You
there.
just got to check your Google Maps to see what the best time to go there is.
Yeah, rush hour.
Yeah, around lunch is always bad.
The other thing I hate, that really bothers me, is that it was apparently constructed by people who don't know how to drill things into walls because it's all falling apart. Like the paneling is ripped out of the wall.
Oh yeah, we have a little bit of that.
We're rough on that stuff.
Yeah, I slam the door all the time when I go use the bathroom.
I'm having Jason Bourne fights in there every week.
Yep, True Lies kind of stuff happening in there.
Henry Cable's fucking cocking his fist and we're having a fist fight.
But it is like below. It's like sub IKEA grade kind of shit.
Something's going on where just all the doors are off their hinges.
And like all these retrofitted screws are just like holding.
Look, man,
looks like
it's all mob construction in this town anyway. You can't trust it.
And the fucking locks on the shitters in the rear part.
don't work.
I was pooping once, and I always am very careful to lock the thing. And some dude kind of like pushed it open and acted like he made a sound like, "Oh, fucking lock the door, you idiot!" And I was like, "I tried to."
Wait, what did
that
you say?
sucks. I've also had in the
you?
ladies' room where if somebody else slams the door too hard, our stall,
unlock,
like in like another stall, it's like, oh no.
Just imagine. So in the bigger one, in the kind of handicap stall, it's big, right?
Yeah, it's like far away from the door.
So, right,
I know this because that has happened before, and it is never
slamming
fun.
the door and the door slowly opening. You have to try and kick it with your foot, and like keep it open.
Or like waddle over. It's
If this is the episode you choose to stop listening to the Giant Beastcast on,
Hey.
there is no judgment from anyone on this panel.
Listen, apparently not a lot of people played on Rush. Not everybody's played Warhammer 40K.
But everybody
poops.
has to take a shit. So
But nobody needs to know about where we do it.
And
But
just a
this
reminder what we're talking about. We're talking about bathrums right now.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. So
Yes.
you don't always hear the name. It's
67 degrees?
Giant Bomb Bathrooms.
Yes, CBS
bathrooms are
Interactive.
$60.
Yes.
And I will say, this is not if. Abby, you mentioned just dropping pants all the way to your ankles. I think we've talked about this before.
doesn't
Like
matter.
little
It's a
babies.
slow news week.
So yeah,
so
yes,
funny.
mine's
to do.
news.
I had to like show my son like not to just do that all the time. So it
In
is
like
something.
a public bathroom. Oh,
It is
that's
something
so
maybe
fucking
people are
fun to me, though. That's so funny.
Maybe people
That's
are
so
out there,
funny.
they don't
Imagine an
know.
adult man doing that. It's so funny.
bare ass.
Really
It's so
not
funny.
though. I understand where you think it's funny, but like it's super convenient and like great.
To drop your pants.
No, not
Completely,
drop
yeah.
your pants. That's ridiculous. That's something a kindergartner does.
Yeah.
Right, but
Anyway.
like it's so fucking. Funny.
So that's the games we've been playing.
I'm so upset.
Let's move into a little bit of news here.
You're the one talking about your balls.
Yeah, you did say you
Oh,
just
yeah, I'm the one that started this shit. That's what happened.
I think things definitely took a turn at water slide balls.
Yeah.
Before that.
that was literally 3/4 of the way through an
How do we
already
even get started
exhausting
on this?
conversation.
I don't know. This is
I take zero blame for that.
Speaking of Alex's
Washing my
balls.
hands off this.
Speaking of Alex's,
Yeah, I'm washing my balls of this conversation.
Speaking of Alex's balls,
Yeah,
and going
wash
to the
my
bathroom.
balls. What's your next topic?
Speaking of Alex's balls, Day of the Tentacle is. There's
now I'm grossed out.
there's a Day of the Tentacle fan made.
This